But in the meantime, on the heels of the CFA Society conference, we have a special guest joining in our studios. Vidhu Shekhar, the country head, India CFA, is with us on the show. Thank you so much, Mr. Shekhar, for joining in. Tell us a little bit more about the theme of the 7th India Investment Conference that will take place.
Thank you very much. The theme for the conference this year is Searching for Alpha in a Divergent World. This is going to be our 7th conference, and it's become a go-to event for the investment profession over the years. We've had a very interesting year, if I can use that word, in 2016, starting with what happened in the Chinese markets, and then with Brexit and Donald Trump, and finally to round up demonetization. So all these things which have been happening are the result of a number of underlying fault lines, in the global scene. And we've got a lot of speakers who are going to talk about it, who are going to approach these issues from different perspectives. It would be great for investment professionals, advisors, analysts, and whoever is involved in the investment value chain to listen to these speakers. For instance, we have Philippa Malmgren, who is an expert in geopolitics and used to be an advisor to President George Bush, who will speak on how geopolitics is impacting investors around the world. We have Andy Shea, who is a Chinese economist. He's a specialist in China. Who's going to talk about China and its impact on the world. We have Peter Berezin, the Global Chief Strategist for BCA, who will give the traditional investment strategy piece, as well as a number of other speakers. We also have John Stein of Betterment, who has reshaped the way investment advice works in the US, robo-advisory and so on. We are very, very closely engaged with the wealth management community in India, and they will find it very useful to listen to him. And the list goes on, and I hope that a lot of you will be there at the conference tomorrow.
Oh yes, definitely. Sir, if you could just also run us through, there's one topic that's of particular interest, and that's China's challenges. So what can we expect, from that perspective from the conference? Who is going to be speaking over there, and what can we expect?
So as I mentioned, Andy Shea, he's ex-Morgan Stanley and is an independent economist focusing on China. We have a full session from Andy. And he's the person who is going to look at what to expect from the changes happening, both from a macroeconomics point of view, as well as the political changes that have been happening over the last year.
And in light of those political changes, what is the general outlook according to you for Asia in terms of growth?
Very hard to predict. You see, we had a lot of predictions last year in January at this conference, and many things happened which no one was expecting. But we believe that China at least seems to be over the over the hump, and in terms of the difficulties that were going on. So we'll find out more in terms of how consumption's picking up and what's happening to investments in China. One major issue is, of course, the is the credit in the Chinese markets.
Okay, and I think one very interesting point is going to be what is the 7 asset classes that are the asset classes rather, which will shine in 2017. I think everyone's going to be watching out for that. But I just want to know which is that one particular panel or discussion, that speech that you are personally watching out for to listen in.
Oh, all of them. Right, I'm going to be there all day. So as I said, so we have 2 different types of sessions. On the global uncertainty piece, Peter and Andy and Philippa. I'm really looking forward to Philippa Malmgren's closing keynote. These are the 2 sessions, starting and the ending of the conference. But at the same time, I'm also looking forward to John Stein.
Okay, thank you for taking time out. All the very best, Mr. Shekhar, for this conference, and we hope to interact with a lot of your members and talk a little bit about some of the key takeaways.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, right away from that, let's focus in on the market. Siddharth